Okay.
Hey, it's Bean and Bailey here.
Hey, we're watching the Rich Jones show.
You're watching the Rich Jones show.
Oh, we're not watching it?
No, we're shooting the video for Rich.
Oh, you're watching it. So they're watching it and they're seeing us saying,
Yeah.
telling them
So
that.
let's do that
So it's
again.
like we're already telling them what they're doing though.
Yeah, this was supposed to be really short.
Be Richie. You know, it's taken me years to lose the IE off my name. Now the only people who are allowed to call me Richie are really cute girls and my relatives who still put money in my holiday cards. From the Buckeye State. I said that during game week when they choked. I didn't see the game, but I know what happened now. Yeah, you know, it's weird, you know, my friends, they're all getting married, but I just keep dodging bullets. Actually, no one's shooting at me. At this point in my life, if I was to get married, there'd be a fake plastic groom on the cake and a Princess Leia doll. Not close. Of course, my friends are on my case right now, too, because I'm 29 and I still live with my parents. But, you know, Jesus lived with his parents till he was 30. WWJD. You know, the things we do for relationships, you know, like, I really like this girl and it was her birthday and I wanted to impress her, so I hate to admit it, but I wanted to Build-A-Bear. You guys know that bear building shop in the mall? Those people take their jobs way too serious. They make you go through this huge routine just to build a bear. Say things like, rub the bear against your tummy so it'll never go hungry. Yeah, my bear's not going hungry. Then they say things like, rub the bear against your head so it'll always be smart. I did it once. They made me do it again. Kind of sick that day, too, and I was going to record this voice message that the bear would say. It's going to be like, happy birthday, honey, I love you. But I was sick, so it came out, happy birthday, honey, I love you. Needless to say, it did not impress her. Sure, somewhere in the United States in a thrift store, there is a bear. And when you squeeze his little hand, he says, happy birthday, honey, I love you. So I'm still single. I have always been fascinated by nuns, though, you know. You know, when they join the convent, it's like they're marrying God. But when they leave, it's like they're divorcing him. Shouldn't they get half? Yeah, I'm actually a licensed minister, and I have the power to perform marriages. But, you know, sometimes I let this power go to my head. You know, it's not good, but if I see a guy and girl in front of me at the checkout, I like to sneak up behind them and be like, I pronounce you man and wife. I don't know why you're laughing. They weren't. Yeah, you know, I want to start a family someday. I think that'd be so cool. If I have a son, I'm going to name him Luke. That way, when they bring him to me from the maternity ward, I can go, Luke, I am your father. Hopefully they'll be as cool as my family, which I'd like to describe for you now. There's a certain family you guys have probably all seen. They're so neat that it's disgusting. They think everything has a place and everything should be in its place. And when they get too much stuff, they'll have a garage sale and get rid of some junk. That's where my family comes in. They're the ones who buy all their junk. Crying out loud, it's like I grew up in a TGI Fridays. My sister's pretty hot. She looks just like me with long hair. I got this uncle. I got this uncle who's really weird. He's like, but he's really successful in the stock market. And the other day I was talking to him. I was just like, hey, can you give me some pointers? He just looks at me funny. He's like, relax, you're in my will. Like that's kind of horrible to say. Then I was like, hey, why are you skimping on the gravy? You don't want margarine, take some butter. I need to start saving for the future, you know. I picked up a quarter on the way here. Say you should only pick one up if it's heads up. Thought, what's the harm going to be if I pick up this one with the tails up? I bent over to pick it up and I got a wedgie. Speaking of money, the other day I didn't have enough for the pizza, so I slipped the delivery guy a little bit of Monopoly money. The joke's on me because now he owns a Red Roof on Park Avenue. I'm still waiting on Pass Go. What's important, though, is your health, you know. I went to the chiropractor for the first time the other day. It's cool because they crack your back and you're like, oh. Then you get the bill and you're like, oh. Trying to get healthy, I know. You know, I'm not the most athletic guy in the world, but sometimes I like to feel athletic. So I'll go to the mall and I'll see these 80-year-olds just walking around. I feel like the road runner. Every now and then when I'm about to pass one, I'll look over and I'll go, meet, meet. Yeah. Then they drop an anvil on my head. I like the mall walk, but I usually stick to just mall walking around the food court because I have different motivation. Tiny toothpicks with chicken teriyaki. You know, these 80-year-olds, they take it serious. And that's because they're practicing for the big race, which is every time you're about to walk into a Cracker Barrel, a busload of seniors gets out and races you up to the hostess there. And the ones that can't walk usually have wheelchairs with nitrous boosters. My girlfriend's here tonight. She says as a comic, I'd make a great anesthesiologist. You know, I'd hate to go back to school for that because that's like 7 more years. I hated school, you know. Show and tell was the worst. You know, all these guys bringing in all these really cool toys and everything. I always got stuck bringing in my grandparents. I'd always look over at my grandma and be like, Grandma, is there any chance you might be able to transform into a dump truck today? Then there was math. Can't stand math. There's 2 kinds of people in the world, those good in English and those good in math, you know. I prefer it to express myself doing English, writing. I could try to express myself doing math, but it would only come out to be a negative expression. My 6th grade teacher told me in front of the class one time that his dead grandma could do a math problem better than I could. I should have asked if she could do all my homework for me. Yeah. You know what? I have never had a heckler yet, but I figure most of you guys are Christian, so there's probably a committee forming to have me thrown off the stage. Yeah. I had a rough puberty, you guys probably could tell. You know? Yeah, obviously. Because, but I always wonder, what happens when Charlie Brown hits puberty, you know? He's just talking to his friends, hey guys, want to go play some football? Maybe later we can wah, 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 wah.